On this episode of Leo's Taste This, we're going to do something really fabulous. Meatballs, just Italian meatballs. Hi, I'm Leo Damien and welcome to Taste This. I've spent much of my life in the kitchen with my large Italian family in Italy and New York. I've worked every position in the restaurant business. I want to show you the heirloom techniques and dishes I've learned from the 8 matron cooks in my family. You gotta taste this. I have my favorite meatball recipe I've been using for a long time. This is my meatball recipe and I've eaten for years and it's just yummy meatballs. All right, so we start with a couple of pounds of ground chuck. Now I like using ground chuck because it's got the nice fattiness to it, and I, go to the butcher and have them grind up some chuck for you, so you make sure you get 20% or so fat, get some ground chuck in there. And I like doing about an egg per pound of meatball. So you got a couple of pounds of meat, couple of eggs, and then some garlic. I use just one clove of garlic, trying to chop it up a little bit, so you don't need too much there. And some oregano, a couple of good pinches of oregano like this. Salt, a couple of good pinches like that. Cheese, I use a pecorino cheese, a little sharper than the Parmesan cheese, but for a couple of pounds you use about a cup or so. And then bread. You can use breadcrumbs, but I like when you get the meatball and you actually bite it and you have like a little bit of crusty bread bit there, like that. Get it's a little, chunkiness to it. I love that. I mean, now you can take the breadcrumbs and you can soak them in a little milk first and put them in, or you can just put them in just like this. And if it's too dry, you can add some milk. And then go in there and mush it all up. Get in there, get your hands in there and work it. Okay, so now after you got the meat all mixed up, I use a ice cream scooper. So you go in there, you take the scooper, and so that they're all about this one scoop, one ball like this, and go in. How's that? And there's one miniature meatball. There's always a miniature meatball left over, so there you go. I want to make little crusty bits in these meatballs. So as they go, see, look at that. Look at these little crusty bits in the bottom. Look at those little brown bits. See these little bits of bread in there? They're big chunks of bread that go in the meatball. This beautiful tomato. And we're going to pour it on top. Like that. Okay. Woohoo! We got ourselves meatballs. The meatballs have been cooking here for about 20 minutes. We're going to put just 2 meatballs on a plate like that. And we're going to get some of the puree. Now we're going to take our Parmesan and we're going to make it snow. Okay. I mean, this smell is, you've got the smell of the garlic and the meat and the tomato and the Parmesan. It's just, oh my gosh. Unbelievable. And they cut through beautifully. They've got a little firmness, but they cut through beautifully. Take your meatball, put it in that little bit of that puree. Oh. You kidding me?